Hey, so finding information on this game and easy tutorials in the modern update is almost impossible. So I thought I would just go through some of the things I made and show them off and explain how they work. So this is just a typical like Gatling gun or rotary cannon for a jet. Uses this. Every other round is explosive. Um, and this just spins real quick. I can just show you if I. Okay. This rear thing, I'll put I'll color one of these red, or red, so you can see. It's, of course, pretty quick, but it spins around. They're all proximity. You have to put the minimum output to positive signal because the proximity, the max output is whenever it's not seeing anything, and then the minimum output is whenever it is seeing something. So there's a bunch of guns in there, and each one of them are tied to one of these sensors, and so, as it spins around, they get activated, and it's really fast. It's good for planes and all that stuff. I have the same technique with this, just the bigger gun. These have a slower fire rate, so you can't have this thing spin as fast, but, that's fine. Let me show something else. So, recently, I've been making a bunch of, 5th gen fighters like this. And so, a big problem in this game is the aircraft don't rip apart, and you can just pull 30 Gs at Mach 1 and your plane will just be fine, and it feels really dumb and I don't like it. So I decided to sort of combat that by making this little system. It's a dampening system, at least is what I call it. So this is a speed sensor. The minimum output is how much it's going to dampen how fast, if that makes sense. Which I actually need to put it up because I remember this sort of being too low. So, and the lower you put this number, the faster it's going to dampen. These are just the simple throttle and steering things. And then they go into this, okay, this is connected to that, sorry. So this is connected to the speed sensor and the switch. The switch is just connected to B. And so that turns that on, which then adds signal to this to turn it on. Well, in this case off. And then that activates all this logic stuff. So, each one of these green ones, you're going to want to connect your control surfaces to them. I can just click through them, and you can sort of look, because honestly, I'm not really too sure what it's doing. Okay, so it's also attached to this, so you're going to want to do that too. All of these things up here are just more things of that system. And then you can see that gun that I just showed you. Also landing gear. I found this style of landing gear from, I think it was someone made a Sukhoi 27, I want to say, and it had really good landing gear, so I was curious how they did it, and so I did it, like how they did. This is disabled steering, which is just what I like to do my landing gear as. 30 degrees, so it's like a little bit further than it should be, but it still gets hit by the sensor. And you can just have this at whatever speed as long as it's higher than this one. This is going to control, I think this one is actually connected to the landing gear. Let me see. No, never mind. This is connected to the doors. So, this will swing over after the landing gear is stowed, and blah blah blah. And then it's just a balancing act. So, it isn't the cleanest thing, but, it still gets the job done, so. So as you can see at high speed, it's not turning super crazy, and it's really controllable, which is nice. Because I really hate the go-kart feel of the planes in this game. And I wish that this is just like a industry standard, or whatever you want to call it. So I don't believe it is, and that sort of bugs me. I think everyone just does like the auxiliary input and whatever. And now, since that dampening system is all on, if I press B, I can turn it off, and that's what allows me to do, like, whatever, fully use the jet's control surfaces to its full extent. Also, I guess I can show how I made that nice smooth angle on the, like, armpit of the wings. It's pretty simple, but, whatever. I simply connected a bunch of these one by one, or I guess it's, whatever. Connected a bunch of these little elbow joints together. They're angled very small. That's not what you would say for that, but whatever. They're not angled a lot. This color is bugging me. I should have done this before. Okay. Sorry. Got sidetracked. So yeah, that's how I made that smooth corner. These ailerons were actually sort of tricky. I used these like rounded triangles. Like they're an airfoil shape, but they're still a triangle. And I just got it to sort of line up well, and that's how that did. That's how that does. Whatever. Of course, it does the same thing over here. It's not the prettiest, but it's the prettiest thing that I could think of for that. What else? Oh, I can actually show this jet because it has a few things that are, in my opinion, pretty cool. This is one of the first jets I made, like, pretty recently, so it's very small and compact, and it looks sort of dinky, but whatever. It has these rocket pods, which, fire like rocket pods should. Like the one on the ground, whatever. And then the big green bombs. They look sort of ugly, but you know, too bad. If I drop them, you'll see that they spin, and then once they go below a certain height, they detach all those bombs, or all those fuel tanks on the outside of it, and it sort of works like a cluster bomb, which took me a little bit to figure out, and whatever, I'm pretty happy with the result, so I think it's pretty cool. That's about it for this plan, and probably for this video, so I can't really think of anything else. I mean, I guess I could show the firing order for these. So, let's get the little homage to the H1 but whatever. So this is what it connects to. They're set up in a very weird order, from what I remember. But, whatever, they just need to be spaced out, so they don't. Oh, okay, I remember, sorry. So say this one fires, then this one will fire, then this one will fire, this one will fire, then this one will fire, this one will fire, this one will fire, this one will fire. So it's, I don't know what you'd call that, but yeah. And same goes for these outer ones. So sometimes the rockets hit into each other whenever you're flying. I think that's just a thing with how the game works, but I'm not sure. So yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching. See you later.